Welcome to Math to Infinity. In today's class, we are going to learn about the 2 cross 2 inverse matrix. Let's begin our session. So why do you need inverse matrix? In the matrix, we don't have division concept. You can't divide a matrix by another matrix. So for achieving the same result, you do go for inverse matrix concept. You take any integer, for example, you take any 6 divided by 6 gives you 1. Rather than this, you can multiply the 6 by its 6 inverse. 6 inverse is nothing but 1 upon 6. So that also will fetch you a same thing. You are applying the same concept in the matrix also. The matrix A is multiplied by its inverse matrix, which results I. I is nothing but identity matrix. In identity matrix, you'll be having only ones and zeros as the answer. 1 0 0 1 for the 2 cross 2 identity matrix. So this is equivalent to the integer 1. So basically you use inverse matrix for the division purpose in the matrix. We'll learn about the formula of inverse matrix. So the formula for inverse matrix is A inverse. This is how you will write A inverse. A to the power minus 1 is called as A inverse. So A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of A. For the determinant, you have to draw a 2 straight line, and inside you have to put the name of the matrix. And then adjoint of A. Adjoint can be written as ADJ. The other name for the adjoint is adjuvulate. So you can represent adjoint as ADJ. So this is the way to write the inverse matrix formula. So now we are going to learn about the determinant as well as the adjoint matrix for a 2 cross 2 matrix. Let me clear this drawing. So as I said earlier, we are going to learn about the determinant concept because you are going to apply the determinant in the adjoint inverse matrix concept. So let me write the determinants as determinant of A. So why do you need determinant? To capture the important information about the matrix in just a single number. In matrix, you will be having n number of elements. If it is a 2 cross 2 matrix, you will be having 4 elements. If it is a 3 cross 3 elements, you will be having 4 elements. So, but this determinant will fetch you a single number as a final result. Instead of viewing a matrix as a multiple elements, you can view the entire matrix as a single number. That is the main goal of this. And in this, the input will be a square matrix for the determinant and output is a number. Square matrix means the number of rows should be equal to the number of columns. The input should be a square matrix. For example, if it is a 2 cross 2 matrix, you have to give 2 rows and 2 columns. So this contains 2 rows and 2 columns. If it is a 3 cross 3 matrix, if you are going to apply the determinant for the 3 cross 3 matrix means, so that will contain 3 rows and 3 columns. You can't apply the determinant to 2 cross 3 or 3 cross 2 because in this the number of rows is not equal to the number of columns. This also. So the determinant can be only viewed as a function when you give the input as a square matrix and you will be getting the output as a number. The final result is going to be an integer. The final result of the determinant is going to be an integer. We'll see some example. Let me take 1, 2, 3, 4 as a matrix A. So now we are going to find the determinant for this matrix. So now you have to remove the square brackets and you have to put two straight line. This is the symbol to represent the matrix, determinant. So in determinant, you have to draw two cross symbol, two arrow marks, one downward arrow mark, one upward arrow mark. You have to multiply the element A11 with element A22 and then put minus symbol. Now multiply element A21 and A12. Can be 111 and A22 minus. Let me write this with a different color. Should be A11 to A22 minus A12 into A21. Should be 1 into 4 minus 2 into 3. Final result is going to be 4 minus 6, which is 4 plus of minus 6 equal to negative 2. So whenever you have two different symbols, so over here the plus 4, the 4 is plus and 6 is minus. You have to go for subtraction and put the greater value sign in this. So I've subtracted this 4 from 6. I got the result as 2. And here the greater value is 6. So I have to put the sign of the greater value. So I have put the minus symbol in my answer. I hope you are clear with the determinant concept. Now we'll discuss about the adjoint concept. So I'm going to take the same matrix for the adjoint concept. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm going to apply adjoint to this concept. So for finding the adjoint of a 2 cross 2 matrix, you have to perform two steps. Step 1 is you have to swap between the elements A11 and A22, and then change the sign of the elements A12 and A21. This is how we'll name the position of the element A11, A12 and A21, A22. So A11 means the element which is placed first row, first column. A12 means the element which is present in the first row, second column. A21 means the element which is present in the second row, first column. A22 means the element which is present in the second row, second column. Yep. So now we are going to perform the step 1. You have to swap between the elements. So you are going to interchange the position. 4 will move here and 1 will move here. And then the step 2 is you have to change the sign of the elements. Sign of the elements A12 and A21. So already the 2 contains plus symbol, so that you have to change it as negative. Similarly, the 3 is positive and you have to change it as minus. So here we got the result for the adjoint of a matrix, and we found the determinant for the same matrix, and the determinant of the A was negative 2. So we are going to substitute in the inverse formula. The inverse formula is A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A. We know the value of determinant of A, which is nothing but negative 2. And the adjoint of A is 4, minus 2, minus 3, and that's all. We found the value of the inverse matrix. So today we learned about the inverse matrix. The inverse matrix, the formula is 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A. We learned how to find the determinant of matrix and why do you need to use the determinant concept in matrix. And then we learned about how to find the adjoint of matrix. In the last step, we substitute the values that we found. At last, we arrived at our final solution. Thank you so much for watching the video.